Welcome to the Hona Podcast with
Mike and Charl.
still first in that. Liking it, I'm liking it. So, Charlotte, tell us about today's episode.
I thought we could do just a quick, fun episode because I feel like sometimes we get so heavy.
I know.
Mike gets very passionate.
I much prefer the episodes where we're informing, like talking about our stance in the industry, talking about why we use ingredients, why we don't use ingredients. And Charlotte's very much a passenger in those ones. And it's because that's what interests me. And But on the flip side, we know there's a lot of nail techs who are like, God, this is a heavy episode.
He's going on again.
So, we thought we'd do a lighter, funner, shorter episode today.
Funner?
Funner a word? I'd say it's a
fun.
word. More fun then.
Cool.
And this one is more of a creative one. So this is more Charlotte's bag.
Yay. I get to speak.
This episode, I will let Charlotte introduce.
So I thought we could just touch on basically as we're coming into like the autumn winter months. It's like my favourite time of year, and basically I kind of wanted to do like a little bit of an all-rounder, so we could touch on Mob Wife, because obviously if you haven't seen it yet, Mob Wife is our newest gel polish collection, which I actually think hands down is my favourite collection that we have ever done. And also maybe some trends that may be coming up throughout the winter season. Are we going to touch on the C word?
Christmas, we can. Okay, yeah. So this episode's going to be about what we think is going to be the autumn, winter shades, trends. They're trying to help you guys plan ahead. We obviously work hard on trying to predict the future. We're not amazing at it, but we're pretty good at it. And Charlotte has a lot of predictions of what the season's going to look like, what's going to be popular. And I think it's a good talk on some good conversation about products which you're going to use day in, day out, so it's worth stocking up. And then maybe some you don't really need as it's a fad. So let's have a chat about that.
Yeah. So let's start off with Mob Wife then, because like I say, I think this is my favourite collection to date. I say that about every collection, but I really, truly mean this. Because...
And I was not a fan. So guys, a little behind the scenes on this one. I didn't get it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't...
And not just, like, the concept either. He just didn't really enjoy the palette.
I did not vibe with the colour palette.
No.
I did not vibe with the collection campaign. I didn't vibe with the sleeve. And I really had to be sold and won over by the marketing team who are the demographic.
Yeah.
They're all nail techs. We qualified them all as nail techs. A few of them got their own clientele now.
Yeah.
And so I had to really be won over. And Charlotte put her foot down and said, Mike, I'm creative director. This is not your bag. Move away and let us do what we want.
Yeah.
And it was a hard pill for me to swallow.
And tell us, Michael, what happened?
It's been our best-selling collection to date.
Yay!
So the proof's in the numbers, the proof's in the pudding. Like, you guys really, really vibed with the collection, and I suppose I was wrong.
Oh, we don't hear that often.
I suppose I was wrong. And why do you think Mob Wife was so popular then?
So, here was the inspiration. I knew from our last autumn-winter collection, which was Into the Darkness, and if you don't know Into the Darkness, get to know Into the Darkness.
That was our previous best-selling one.
That was our previous best-selling one. And that collection was everything that I thought, I needed from a winter. It was basically your nearly blacks. This collection, I kind of wanted to shift it more towards a little bit autumnal rather than like staple winter, which I feel like Into the Darkness is. And it kind of has that mixture of like very muted, kind of like dirtier tones. And and I think that's what you hated. You were like, well, why do I want like dirtier tones on my nails?
It wasn't. I struggle with the words dirtier. I just felt like there was nothing wow with it. Do you know what I mean? Which is, except for a Fair, which is the perfect autumnal red, and Fur Coat, which is our first coloured cat eye.
Yeah.
wowed by it. And don't get me wrong, I like the colours. I really like the colours, but I just wasn't getting it. I was like, I just wasn't getting it. And
I think it's only until then you see it all put together, you see it on like the content creators, you see it on members of the public that have now, you know, got it on their nails like physically within this awesome time of year. Like bearing in mind, we created this back in spring, summer.
April. When was April?
Yeah, spring.
Because we had to wait for the lab to be, or the equipment for the labs. Yeah. So around end of April, going into May.
Yeah.
Probably purely finalised beginning of June. And then
And I think that time of year as well, it's hard to sort of look at colours like that and think, oh God, is that going to be?
Well, I think one of the reasons why I probably didn't vibe with it so much was like how because usually we're like Into the Darkness was done in like 2023, like that was a year in advance, and I think this one was because it was very late for us to release it, and the reason was because of all the manufacturing being brought in house.
House move and
it just
on.
and I think. And it was during, like, we were getting lots of heat, so it was probably the wrong environment for me to understand it. Whereas we try and plan a year in advance. So when we're doing winter 2026, we start that now. So we're in that mood. Your inspiration's all around us. You can see all the autumnal shades start happening in your environment. You can see like little people starting to talk about Christmas and stuff. And so I think my mindset wasn't in it.
There. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so the inspiration, Shal, talk us about the inspiration.
The inspiration, do you want to know where it actually came from? It was a TV program.
Oh.
And we spoke about it the last time. I was obsessed with Mobland and like that sort of vibe and everything, and I just started to see little snippets of that everywhere. And it was kind of like exactly the same when Rodeo Nights happened, like, you know, the whole like Cowboy Carter thing came about and everything like that, and we were again so ahead on that. But I just think for me, kind of taking that but making it a bit more classic and taking like the sort of sexy vibes and everything from it, I was like, that to me is just going to make this collection. And as soon as I sort of put it to the team, it was an all-rounded yes.
I thought there was a danger of going 1920s with it and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And so I wanted to keep it because we're quite a modern, forward-thinking brand, and I don't really like going into history and I felt like the 1920s have probably been done quite heavily.
Yeah, so I think you just had a completely different.
I was hesitant about going like Peaky Blinders type vibe, and I know it's like there's really subtle differences between like Mobland and Peaky Blinders, but we wanted it to be a modern aesthetic, and I feel like you guys did that, but I think that was part of my hesitation.
Yeah. When we sort of look at what we want to theme our, you know, collections around, we don't just look at what's popular in the nail industry, but I'll look at like fashion, I'll look at makeup and everything like that.
And I think we're quite fortunate that that's like
we've got a lot of that in the team as well.
There's passions and interests of like Charlotte's like sister is like really, really, really into her fashion. She knows all the designers, all the shows.
Like Morgan and Sarah do makeup.
Yeah, so and
Mob Wife makeup was such a thing this year as well. Like if you're a fan of like Pinterest,
so we are heavily inspired, and we don't look in the. I know this may seem obvious, but we very, very, very rarely look at the nail industry for our inspiration and trends. We try and look outside the industry and bring a new inspiration and trend into the nails, and we almost never look at what a different brand's doing and saying, oh, let's do that. I don't think we've
trends pass very, very quickly, especially within the nail industry.
It's making things timeless, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that touches very well onto kind of like my next point, in the fact that we released our first coloured cat eye within this collection, and something that we've been asked for a million times is like, can we have a cat eye collection? And that is something that I'm like slowly bringing in. I don't want it to be like a boom, here's a cat eye collection, go wild, and then it just fizzle out within a couple of months. I want to kind of keep it like very in keeping with whatever collection we've got going on. I don't want it to just be a fad. I want it to, continue.
Yeah, and do you want to know something which I fought the team very hard with? And this is me trying to be inclusive and open-minded, but going too far. And mob wife, I was really hesitant to have the word wife there. I was like, should we have the word wife? I was like, what about if you're a man, if you're a male nail tech? Like, obviously I'm a bloke, so I was like, will that not resonate? And the team really did well by trying to say to me that I'm trying to be what's the word, quote unquote woke for the sake of being woke. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like I'm looking into it too much. And I think the word wife isn't going to offend a male nail tag. It's not going to make them go, well, I'm not going to buy that collection. And I think this is a lesson for me, is that sometimes you can rubbish a really fantastic, good, inclusive idea because you're worried about a reaction, which probably may never happen. Yeah. And there wasn't a zero thing about the word wife on the collection that we heard.
Yeah. If anything, I think having like that term, like mob wife, it was so empowering.
Yeah, and I think that's ultimately why, because it wasn't a exclusion of male nail techs. It was a celebration of really powerful woman. Yeah, and I think that's kind of like
what's that saying? Behind every strong man, there's an even stronger woman. Yeah, something like that. That's the vibe.
And I think if you have watched Mobland, Helen Mirren is one of the leads, and she pulls all the strings. So it was kind of got her in mind during the collection, and so she's very much a mob queen, a mob wife, and I think it was a great collection.
I just loved it. So from mob wife, then let's kind of talk about autumn winter in general, and like we do tend to see very similar things happening every year. And one of the things that I wanted to touch on was torty, because we obviously see torty appear every single year.
Yeah.
Every single year you guys sell us out of torty detail paint, which will be back in stock.
Home of nail art, we're the home of torty art.
We are.
God.
Literally.
And do you know what? I'm going to give a little shout out to someone. She don't even use Hona.
Who?
But is it Beauty Works by Amy?
Yeah.
She does amazing torty designs.
Oh, does she?
Yeah. So little shout out. Don't use Hona. It's definitely not Hona products. But I seen her post and I was like, oh,
There's
look good.
some very good torties on the gram. So many people have, and this is one thing that I love about torty, is the fact that it kind of looks different to everyone.
Yeah. So like,
you can't go wrong with it.
Me and Shao have different preference of torty. Do you know what I mean? So everyone, imagine your classic torty. They're all not going to be the same.
No.
And so a classic torty, I know you've got your ambers, your black in there, but some of you like a really busy torty. Some of you like a really, really broad torty where there's one or two little blotches of black. Some of you prefer like the really, like the busy one with, was it Terrazzo?
Terrazzo, yeah,
like a busy, and that's not your. And so,
some people like a blonde torty, some people like a dark torty.
Torty is really, really subjective, and that's why I think it's so popular, and it's a classic along with the French, the ombre torty. It's a classic.
It comes around every year
because it's so appealing. And am I going to get shot in the foot now? Like, quote unquote, easy to do.
It is easy to do.
It's forgiving, so mistakes can be mistakes.
This is one thing that I've always said.
It can be forgiven. It's really forgiving. It can, and so if you do make a mistake, just the mistake can be part of the design. It might look amazing.
Yeah, I think that's one of the beauties of it. Is the fact that it's one of those patterns very similar to like animal print. It doesn't have to be the same on every single nail, and that's what I love about it. And I think that's what appeals to a lot of people, is the fact that it can be quite a quick design to do as well. If you haven't seen it, we've got a lot of like YouTube tutorials on either how to use foils to do it, or how to use the detail paints to do it, how to use blooming gel to do it.
And if you're a nail tech, you've never done torty before, and you think like, oh well, what do we need? Like, we've got a torty edit, which has the detail paints in it, the gel polishes, the foils in there that you would need to create a torty, but not just a standard torty.
Elevated torty.
Alternative torties, which are really, really popular now. So when I asked you all to think about your torty design, you all instantly thought of the brown, amber, and black one, but we've seen some beautiful blue ones, some beautiful blonde ones, some nude ones, red ones. Really, really alternative torties that are like, they're never going to be as popular as the traditional torty. But you've all got that client who likes to push the creativity, push the envelope a little bit. Yeah. And if they like, oh, I'll have a torty, you go, how about a blue torty?
Yeah.
And they look fantastic. And I'm talking about a deep blue now.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that is torties, which I think comes around every year. It stays around every year.
Master it, guys, because it's
on it.
It's
one of those trends.
It's a design that if you make a mistake, it's very easy to fix, but also it will be a staple. And if you can do a great torty, it'll be your bread and butter along with
Just
your
like you can do
along with your ombre, along with your French. Do you know what I mean?
Here's another one then that has, again, I feel I see every single year. Polka dots. Polka dots.
Oh my God, polka dot is everywhere. Like 3 of the staff have polka, and I'm like, what's going on? They were like, oh yeah, I just love it. I'm like, do you love the design or do you just love it now? Why has it become so fashionable?
I see polka dots every single year. Yes,
it's definitely more popular now.
I do think this year it's kind of popped off, but I think again because that was why we saw a lot of it in like the fashion industry from actually spring, summer, and then coming into autumn. It crossed both of those seasons, so it was like, wow, okay, we're getting it on nails too.
And again, girls,
how
guys,
easy is
nail
polka dots?
It is absolutely easy to do.
Yeah.
I can do it, and I'm crap. Do you know what I mean? So all you need is a dotting tool. You've got your gel polish, you've got your detail paint there. Yeah. What you're going to find is that a lot of clients want alternative dots. So they'll have a full coverage nail with one nail, have polka dot, full coverage nail, polka dot. Do you know what I mean? They'll mix
polka
it up a lot.
French.
Yeah. So
like, I'm seeing so many.
And it's such a win that it's become extremely trendy now because it's a quote unquote simple nail art. But also it uses less product, so higher profit margin for you. It's a quicker type of nail art. And that's what bums on seat equals money. And if you can get 3 or 4 of them having a polka dot throughout a weekend, you've probably over the course of the weekend saved yourself appointment time, which you can either do your marketing, you can do your accounts, you can spend that promoting your business in a different way or building your business in a different way. And that's a win.
But still charging for nail art.
Yeah. Please make sure you're charging for nail art. If you're doing...
You might think it's simple because it's polka dots, but it is still nail art and you're still taking the time to do it.
Don't ever just say, oh yeah, don't worry, it was only polka dot.
Yeah.
Never ever say that.
Never say that.
They are not there because you're a charity. Yeah? If you're doing nail art, whether it's a sticker, whether it's polka dot, whether it's a torty foil, charge.
Still product, it's still time out of your product.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moving on, what is Charlotte from Hona's prediction for autumn winter?
So my predictions are still sticking with the cat eye, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I do think seeing the popularity of fur coat, oh my God.
And here's a curveball. Autumnal cat eyes.
Yeah.
Is there more or less autumnal cat eyes, winter cat eyes than there are summer and spring cat eyes? I feel like there is a lot of summer and spring cat eyes. You don't know? Well, that's maybe one for you guys to figure out for us. I'm trying to think of all the cat eyes I see, and there are a lot out there.
I think that's just because we've come from spring, summer. You're going to see a lot of autumn, winter ones come through. But here's a little trick for anyone that loves using Hona but hasn't yet got, obviously, the amount of cat eyes that you would like. We have our silky, our velvet, and our rainbow cat eye. Now, hear me out. Any of those can be used over any colour to turn them into a cat eye version. Or, if you didn't want that silvery hue, mix a little bit of gel polish in with a base coat or a top coat and then you can layer it on top and give yourself
I did not know that.
that cat eye underneath.
So if we got cat eye silky now,
Yeah.
I can mix it with a fair from the new Mob Wife collection.
No. So you'd put your cat eye on
Yeah.
over the top of a fair.
Over the top of a fair,
So
yeah.
you've got a fair. So say you wanted that red cat eye. So you've got a fair on your nails. You're going to put your silky cat eye. You're going to magnetise it, cure that. I'm then going to mix a tiny little bit of a fair in with my top coat. Put that over the top. And you'll still see the cat eye underneath.
Need a tutorial on that. I can't figure it out in my head. I'm going to have to get a
Because
tutorial.
it gives off that tiny little bit of like a silvery white hue, which is stunning, by the way. But sometimes
Do you know what the
just
real?
want it to be a
Do you know what the
colour.
real answer is, guys? We'll just make a red cat eye. Do you know what? That seems a lot more. If I'm a nail tech now,
I'm just saying
fast.
that's
But if you want to save some money and you don't want to buy a red cat eye, you're saying there's an alternative
I'm
way
saying
of
that there's
creating
an
it.
alternative. I'm
Okay.
saying that you can mix your colours,
Or
layer it with art.
Or just wait for Hona to release a red cat eye. That seems like in my mind, I'm like, what?
Okay, fair enough.
Poo-pooed your idea there.
Well,
I'm sure it works.
it does work.
Get
I'll
a tutorial
I'll
out
do a
there.
tutorial.
And if it means a nail tech can save money on buying products, it's a win. So you're feeling autumnal cat eyes are going to be really, really popular?
I still think the autumnal cat eyes are really, really popular. I think we're also going to see a lot of chrome come back in, like full coverage chrome.
Oh,
So
really?
I have already started to see, and I filmed a little tutorial myself, about full coverage bronze chrome. It's really coming back. So not just the bronze, but like the silvers, those like really
Autumnal
deep
chromes.
reds as
Yeah,
well.
okay, I know.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, and we've got
Full
it.
coverage.
We've got oh god, and some people hate chrome full coverage, don't they?
Yeah, but
Again,
I'm
we
seeing
got
it come back.
guys. We've got a ton of tutorials.
We've got a ton of chromes.
We got every chrome color. I think we might change our chrome names. Do you know?
In what way?
Well, we've called. This is a little bit of news for Charlotte now. This is what I was thinking about driving home yesterday.
Oh.
We've got a chrome collection, and they're based after cocktails. So
Don't put my cocktail collection.
yeah, but like I think from a navigation point of view on the website, somebody wouldn't know what Singapore sling looks like. Do you know what? Hands up, you know what Singapore sling colour is?
Purple.
Yeah, I know you know. whereas realistically, we probably should just have the word purple.
Oh, yeah. I get it. Like, so I did one the other day, a tutorial for old fashioned, and it is stunning. Full coverage, chrome.
So Shaw's calling full coverage chrome as a popular one for autumn.
Absolutely.
So what else do you think is going to be trending this autumn/winter?
Well, something that comes around every year. Obviously, when it comes to Christmas, glitter.
God, glitter.
Glitter every
I've
year.
got a love-hate relationship with glitter because from a business point of view, it sells incredibly well for 2 months and then it just sits on a shelf for the other 10 months. And it sells really, really well. But then,
Yeah.
so it's always a hard one when you guys
You
say...
gotta have it.
Yeah, when you guys say we got to
have
get
it.
more glitters, I'm like, yeah, we'll ride the current trend, but then it just sits on a shelf for a while. And that's why we've always tried to get glitters that get a longer life, like our sleepover club and the... Oh my God, my mind's gone. What's our Naughties collection one?
That's hot one.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Wow. Forgot that. That's why we got glitters that got a little bit more spring in them as well. So they can go into the spring month as well. But
Yeah.
they're really, really popular.
Yeah. Well, glitters come around every Christmas, obviously. So I think just making sure that you've got that real, like, classic red, the classic gold, everything that's going to, like, see you through Christmas, stock up in time as well. Please, please, please make sure that you stock up in time because glitter sells out,
Yeah.
especially ruby slippers. Last year, I think, sold out in November.
Yeah.
Super quick. So just make sure that you stock up on your glitters, guys, for Christmas.
When you say glitters, are you on about full glitter or are you on about reflective glitter? Are you on about cat eye glitter? What are you saying?
I think it's good to have a mixture of everything because glitter, as you say, is very much... People do have a love-hate with glitter and they'll only ever bring out glitter at Christmas. And I used to have clients that would only ever have, like, a French ever. And then it would get to Christmas and they're like, cover me in glitter.
Oh, a glitter micro French. There's a nice one.
But that's the thing. I think it's a really good option to have both full coverage gel polishes. I think it's a really good option to have the detail paint, so you can do like your little bits of nail art or like a micro French or something like that. Even down to, you know, those slightly subtle glitters. So things like in our detail paint, so that's Hot Collection, they're more subtle rather than like in your face chunky pow glitters.
Yeah.
So I think it is good to have a decent mix. But on the note of Christmas as well, just whilst it's here and stocking up, cuticle oils. And I know this is like really random, but I'm just thinking ahead of winter, autumn time, I always found that my sales of cuticle oils and hand creams and things like that always went a bit mad that time of year. So just
It's lost money for a nail tech actually. If you don't currently stock cuticle oils, you're probably losing over the course of a month a good few £100, if not more, on the table.
100%.
Because a client, when they're about to pay, they'll see a cuticle oil there and it's going to prolong their manicure. There's a lot of beautiful scents in the industry right now. It's an easy upsell, £7, £8, £9, whatever your area charges, and it's a good £3-4 profit margin on for you per service. And say you do 5 clients a day, 5 days a week, 25 clients with that £3. That's an extra £75 a week. Do you know what I mean? It's worth doing.
Yeah, 100%. And like autumn, winter time, especially because of the like drier, colder months, people are going to start using that oil that little bit more, I feel, as well. It's so important to
and they're
like...
gonna, sorry to interrupt, I'm terrible at that. Get them to buy it as a stocking filler as well. Just say, oh, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Just say, oh, that's a lovely little stocking filler.
Yeah, 100%.
Just say that to her. Say, look, oh, get one for you. Do you know what? It's an easy stocking filler as well. Just say that. Just tag that on. The next time, just say, oh, do you know what? Beautiful stocking filler. I'd give it to all my family and friends. I guarantee they'll buy an extra one. Easy stocking filler.
Absolutely.
Anyway, moving back to the glitters.
Moving back to the glitters.
I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to ask you to pick 3 glitters, and that can be a traditional glitter, gel polish or detail paint, a reflective glitter, or it can be a cat. Like you have to choose your 3 glitters that you think a nail tech should get from Hona.
Okay. So I'll have a little mix of everything. So I mentioned Ruby Slippers. So Ruby Slippers is the full coverage gel polish. It's a red, obviously, ruby. It is stunning. And it's one of those ones that kind of like sits within a red polish as well. So you don't have like the clear base and then it's just got the glitter throughout. It is literally a red gel polish with red glitter. It's unbelievable. So that one for Christmas. 100%.
And obviously it's called Ruby Slippers after Wizard of Oz, the Ruby Slipper, Judy Garland slippers. It's a very, very bright red
my God.
glitter.
And considering the second part of Wicked is out this year as well, November.
There you go.
Get Ruby Slippers. So Ruby Slippers.
Fun fact, I don't think they have red slippers on Wicked. I think there's a copyright issue that they can't have red slippers.
Yeah.
I don't know why I know that, but go me.
Yeah, they're silver in the film.
Fun fact, Wicked don't have red slippers.
Yeah, very, very true.
Because they're copyright.
Fair enough. Anyway, then I would probably say for a detail paint, disguise or conceal. I
think you're going to use both equally as much. So it depends on your clientele. And let me explain what disguise is then.
Yeah.
Disguise is a black reflective glitter detail paint, whereas conceal is a silver-based multicolored glitter. But it's a really subtle, almost like holographic multicolored, not multicolored like red, blue, green.
Yeah.
It's like a holographic type. Yeah. So based on your clientele, do you have more dark, like subtle, slightly, not word moody, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Or do you have more
like out there blingy
clients? Whichever one you have, one or the other. I would probably, even though I've asked you for your top 3, I would lean towards disguise.
Yeah, I love disguise because I love a black gel polish anyway. And I just think having that you can again use as full coverage under the light, oh my God, disguise is unreal. But again, for like a micro French or something like that, for little bits of nail art, stunning.
Yeah. So that's 2. So you've got Ruby Slippers, disguise. Quite opposites there.
Quite opposites.
And number 3.
Number 3, I'm going to go with the loose glitter. Now, one of my favourites is actually Sugar Daddy. So, do you know?
We have Sugar Daddy white and Sugar Daddy black. So, which one?
I'm going to go with the white. Because I've gone with the black for detail paint.
Okay.
So Sugar Daddy in white. And we say it's white, but once it's actually applied onto kind of any colour, it kind of goes a bit more clear. So it gives you that option of like adding a little bit of sparkle to anything. So if you just want a little bit of loose glitter that you can just chuck on top of any colour, Sugar Daddy in white is stunning.
And it's, do you know what?
Versatile.
It's really, really affordable as well. So, like, out of the 3 of that, you're not going to break the bank with the loose glitter.
No. Was it £1?
No, there's a couple more. I think it's like, God, we don't know. This is awful. I think it's $2.50.
I'm only saying that now because I've just got foils in my hand where I've been editing a foil.
It's a full pot.
Yeah.
And it's quite a specialty glitter. That's why it's $2.50. I think I'm probably wrong. Before
See, put you on the spot there.
Yeah. Okay.
But I love how versatile it is. And again, it's so cheap. You can just bring it out at Christmas. You can throw it away in a drawer then, not have to look at it throughout the rest of the year if you don't like glitter, but you've got it there as an option. So they are my top 3. If I was to pick a gel polish, a detail paint and a loose glitter, they are my top
Well done. I think that was a good choice.
Thanks.
So, number 5. Is this number 5? Autumn, winter, trend, educated guess? What are you going for? Should I try and think of one as well? Because I feel like I've got good insight.
Go on then.
I'll let you go first while I think about what I've been seeing.
Well, so we've covered chrome, we've covered polka dots, we've covered glitter, we've covered torty.
Number 5.
Go on, you give me number 5.
Well, I feel like it's going to lean into the darkness collection, but the almost black colours.
Yeah.
And what I mean by almost black is that it's not black, but it's just a little bit more depth there. And you look, it gives a double look, and it will make clients, their friends and family of clients, double look. And it was so popular last year. I can't see why it wouldn't be, and based on Mob Wife's success as well, I can't imagine it not being equally as popular. Like almost black nails.
Yeah. As I said, I love black nails anyway.
And I'm saying that, and it's counterintuitive to what we've said about the glitter, because like glitter is going to be far, far more popular party season.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the near black nails are going to be popular from, I would say,
the whole winter.
Beginning of October. Once the time zone changes, once it's dark, when you leave work, boom, people are going to turn into Wednesday Addams. You know what I mean? It's going to be near, and especially Famp.
Yeah.
Famp is our near black red.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's gorgeous.
Stunning.
It's so sultry and like seductive and
Rumour is one of my favourites from that collection as well. I absolutely love Rumour.
Darkness is stunning.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a great collection.
It's up there, and that's a shout out to Gaia and you who created that collection.
Yeah, and I think going back to sort of like Christmas again, once people are done with the glitter, they want one of 2 things. So it's either black or nearly black or clean girl aesthetic.
Yeah, they're like,
get the glitter off.
Get it off me. It's giving me.
December is done.
Making my skin crawl. They have a 2-week window for glitter nails and then they want it off.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think they're kind of like our main predictions.
And it's probably what you would all expect. If anyone's here going, well, I don't think that, let us know. Tell us why you don't think Torty's going to be popping off. It will. But tell us why you think it won't. Tell us why. And I think the most controversial one is maybe the near black nails. Because you've all got clients going, my client would never have black nails. But that near black really does make a difference because there is a red, a blue, a green coming through. And it's really, really seductive to look at.
Yeah. It kind of like pointing that out. I've seen a lot already on my feed of like the dark cherry nails and things. So it's paired
with our black cherry
cuticle oil. Yeah.
Chef's
Sell the whole thing.
Sell the dream.
A nice cherry manicure with cherry.
Yeah, I think that was a nice little light one, talking about what we think's going to be popular. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys think because we are not to toot our own horns, good at guessing what's going to be popular because we base it basically on all the fashion houses, what they're doing in London Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week.
Fashion Week.
Did I say passion?
That's a different thing.
Right. London Fashion Week. Right? Oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. We base things based on that. So we do have quite a good educated guess. And we've seen patterns that happened before. We amalgamate the two and we kind of come up with these solutions like we have with Mod Wife, which we think will be more popular in a month's time than it is now. But yeah, there you go. What do you guys think? Criticise, love, whatever you feel. If we're right, tell us. If we're wrong, tell us twice. But make sure you comment though. It helps us grow the podcast. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Absolutely.
I'm Michael. This is Charlotte, and this is the Hona Podcast. Never done that before. I don't know why I've done it.
Never done that before.
Anyway, we'll catch you next week, guys, at Friday at midday. Peace and love.
Thanks, guys. Bye.